the Ashenheim Stadium at the Jamaica College Grounds in Kingston, Jamaica for the continuation of Match Week 21 in the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel, and two of the biggest teams in the history of the Jamaica Premier League getting ready for battle here. The reigning champions Harbour View up against the most successful team in the history of the Jamaica Premier League, Portmore United, with 7 titles. 12 titles between these two teams, Harbour View and Portmore. Harbour View 4th in the table at the moment, and Portmore just outside the playoff spot. They are in 8th at the moment. So coming into this game, very important for both teams. Philip Williams is the head coach of the Portmore team, and Ludlow Bernard in charge of Harbour View.
Form has been excellent, Ludlow, for Harbour View so far, especially in 3 wins in the last 4 games. They have not been easy, but at the end of it all, you're finding the positive results and the 3 points.
Yes, and again, we're going to be tested again today because we're up against the team that probably would have halted our run initially in the first round, you know. I've expressed to our team that they are stronger now and that we need to be a little bit more aware of what is taking place on the pitch.
You spoke about the need for players in the midfield and otherwise to get on the score sheet. The last game, Demar Rose won, O'Shane Staple too. So yes. Important that other players are turning up as well and not leaving it to the strikers alone.
Yes, as you realize, we're kind of short on strike force. So with the abundance of midfield players we have, we just really want to get them in goal scoring position. And in order to enable that, they really have to be looking forward to beating the lines and getting there. Fortunately for us, a couple of them have gotten there.
You spoke about the trouble that Portmore have given you. One of your few losses, of course, it was a 1-0 victory. Emilio Rousseau strike it was as well.
A penalty.
A penalty, yeah. What's the keys to a victory here today?
I'm exercising patience more importantly, you know, because the last time we dominated for long periods but weren't able to penetrate. But they have added threats here today in attack, you know, so we're going to have to be a little bit more aware. Probably they may open up a little bit more, giving us the spaces that we want, but I'm demanding patience on my players in possession.
Philip, all of this season, Portmore have been struggling for goals, but things certainly coming together in the last couple of games. 7 goals in quick succession. It's coming right for you to form it up front.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to score 7 goals in 3 games is a plus for us, and it has been helping us in our climb up the table.
Is it the insertion of young Siobhan Walsh as well, getting on the scoring sheet? Was he that missing piece to the puzzle for Portmore?
I mean, there were a lot of pieces missing offensively, and when we got those pieces, we had to take a time to work on the chemistry, and it's coming together for us nicely now.
When you look at this matchup against Harbour View, obviously you came up trumps against them the last time with a 1-0 victory. How have things changed since then for Portmore or even Harbour View? How are you looking forward to this clash?
I mean, there's a lot of games that have been played in between that time, and Harbour View is now one of the informed team. Our focus today definitely is on what we need to do when we have the football, and that is playing some good football. And at the end of the day, if it grants us 3 points, that's what we want.
And obviously looking to head up the table, playoff spots and more. Portmore United, of course, a 7-time champion team. How close are they to that kind of form, you think?
I mean, it's a work in progress. The team has done overall and a lot of new faces, and to say that it is close to where it was would be far from the truth. But we are building on it. We have a bunch of confident guys, talented guys, and they have bought into the building process, and they're willing to give the best of themselves each match day.
Yeah, so there's the Portmore team. No titles for Portmore since 2019 and have been a little bit off the boil in the past couple of seasons, not making the playoffs. But this is a year that even though they're outside of a playoff spot at the moment, they are playing well enough in the back end of the regular season to force their way into the playoffs. It's going to be a hot match here, Harbour View and Portmore, two of the hottest teams in the league at the moment on form, Chris Taylor. And it's anyone's guess as to who will win tonight.
Yeah, and I don't think either of the coaching staffs are sure either. You heard how they were giving credit to their opposition as well, but yeah, 2 high-flying teams scoring lots of goals. in recent times. Portmore, they had struggled so much, even though they weren't being defeated, they just weren't getting goals, but that's now coming together for them, and that should make it exciting. As Ludlow Bernard said, not a lot of options in terms of his strike force, but Colorado Moore is still up there, a quality man, has had the golden boot before, and his midfield delivering. And especially when you see the likes of Shane Staple coming back in, who is a scoring wing back and getting amongst the goals in the last game, it certainly shows that speed-wise, width and potency is something for Harbourview. What Portmore have is the experience, the likes of Rudolph Austin around there. So it may be the experience versus the pace of Harbourview.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one here, and Rudolph Austin had a bit of a knock in training, and up to this morning we were told he wasn't 100% sure to start, but he is on the starting roster here, and a lot of energy being exuded from these two teams. There's O'Shane Staple, the man with the speed and the cannon right-footed shot that was Harbourview's top striker in the past season, and they're looking for some more glory from him here tonight. But at the moment, Harbourview looking comfortable in 4th position in the table and perfectly positioned for a playoff spot, but not the same for Portmore, who slipped to 8th in the table following Dunbeholden's win this afternoon, and Portmore looking to resuscitate their position. A win will take them up to 31 points, level on Waterhouse in 6th spot. But based on Portmore's current form, the general feeling is that it's going to be hard for Portmore to be denied a playoff spot. Narissa Goldson will have the whistle this afternoon. Portmore playing in white with red, and Harbourview in their traditional blue and gold. The temperature dropping a bit from the 30+ degrees Celsius of the first match of the afternoon between Malines and Dunbeholden. This the players will appreciate 100%.
Good afternoon, welcome to the Jamaica College.
The Jamaica National Anthem to start things off.
Highlight live television game between host Harbourview in the gold and blue and the red and white of Portmore United. Could we ask you to stand for the playing of the Jamaica National Anthem?
Yeah, the Jamaica National Anthem setting the stage here for what we expect to be a humdinger of a clash here between these two teams, as Portmore looking to continue their impressive recent form, and Harbourview likewise. Last 7 meetings between these two teams, 2 Portmore wins, 3 Harbourview wins, and 2 drawn results. So no question, Chris, as you alluded to earlier on, that these two teams are pretty evenly matched at the moment, and both coaching staff, both words coming from the coaching staff suggesting that they have a high degree of respect for each other.
Yeah, I think this will be a close one, Lance. You mentioned the officials already: Narissa Golson, Melvin Reed, Princess Brown, and the 4th official, Odette Hamilton. And yeah, certainly based on how they've been performing in recent weeks, both these teams will be very confident. They have their strengths about them. Of course, Alex Marshall finally getting amongst the goals. Lamar Walker back into the starting lineup. So few changes, but yeah, a lot of players finding form at the right time. Demar Rose missing for the Harbour View lineup because of injury, and I think that's a big deal for them, because not only has he been scoring in the last match, but showing his creativity.
Yeah, there's the Harbourview starting roster with Anthony Bennett in goal, Ryan Wellington, Ajani Talbot comes in, Staple, Harding, Dyer, Anglin, Roger Smith, Timar Lewis, Colorado, Murray and Trey Bennett. So from last week's match against Cavalier, which they won 2-1, Talbot, Anglin and Bennett come in for Brackenridge, Priestley and DeMar Rose.
4-3-3 is what they'll play as usual, Harbourview, and Roger Smith, excited to see him as well. You remember him as a almost standout back in the day, was playing in the USL for a while, wears the number 24 for them.
Yeah, and the Portmore starting roster, having beaten Falkland 4-0 last week, making two changes, Steagle Knight and Alvinus Myers, the St. Lucian, coming back from CONCACAF Nations League duties in for Nicoy Gale and Akilo Howard.
They'll be playing with a 3-5-2 formation. Stephen Young finally getting on the score sheet after his many exploits forward. Surprisingly, not with the head, but with a volley, which was well executed, the Portmore number 4. But yeah, what a matchup this will be, or should be. Important for them to get back Steagle Knight, who is a regular member of the starting lineup.
Yeah, so there's the kick-off. The first round meeting between these two teams, Portmore winning by 1-0 in early January.
Emilio Rousseau penalty.
Yeah, it was. The 48th minute it was too. Harbourview's first round loss to Portmore had come during a Christmas and New Year holiday period in the middle of a 5-game winless run for Harbourview that included a 4-0 loss to Waterhouse. That after Harbourview had started the season very strongly with 4 wins and a draw in the first 5 games. Coach Ludlow Bernard alluded to that earlier on. And Murray going for that. Lamar Walker, one of the standout players in this Portmore team, trying to whip this one forward, but Myers had no chance of getting to that one. Lamar Walker, the Costa Cup MVP for 2018 for Clarendon College.
Yeah.
The year after that was invited to the national team by Coach Theodore Whitmore as a 18, 19-year-old, and if you impress Whitmore at that age, it means that you've got something.
He had a lot, certainly at the schoolboy level. He played in Miami for a while, was used a lot of times in wide areas there, which was a bit of a surprise to me. I've always seen him as that number 10 Walker, but he was used as a winger, which was a bit out of position for me. I didn't think he was at his best there, but...
Yeah. Lewis under some pressure there, not being allowed to settle at all, so very early indication here that the Portmore defense is going to be strong, sturdy and firm. Long ball hit upfield there towards Siobhan Walsh, who is now one of the scoring tools for this Portmore United team.
To remember, because of the postponement of the Portmore Mount Pleasant game, Portmore do still have that game in hand. And to think about it, in their 19 games, they have kept 9 clean sheets, Portmore. So it's not been an easy team to break down by any means. And Harbourview knew about that, as you said, in that January encounter, going down by 1-0. And even though, as you said, Harbourview have so many years of scoring, they couldn't break down this Portmore team.
Harding, long ball forward. Lewis is putting the chase on, but Rudolph Austin gets there first. Myers. Yeah, Myers, this touch is not as good as it needed to be there. Roger Smith steams in and wins possession for Harbourview. Harding, Smith, Anglin. Foul on Smith by Myers. Steagle Knight stands over it. There he is in the 7th shirt. One of the quality midfielders for Portmore. Oh, this Portmore team looking completely different from the Portmore team that we saw 3-4 months ago.
For sure.
Not only in roster, but in performance. Whip towards the
Nice.
far post. Portmore defenders struggling to get the ball away. Steve Young there in the end getting it away.
It was Wellington who went in with the header and missed. Brian Wellington still out of position there. He's looking to make the tackle high up the pitch. That was a lovely delivery though, Lance.
Yeah, it was. Myers.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh, that was pretty awful, Myers. They call him Pogba. I don't think Pogba would have done that. He was comfortable. He had time, and he settled himself, and then hit the ball very waywardly. There's Ludler Bernard, the coach of the Harbour View team, received the Lifetime Achievement Award at the RJR Gleaner National Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Award ceremony in January after his superb 2022 campaign, steering Kingston College to both Manning and Olivia Shield titles, and then winning the Premier League as well with Harbour View.
What a year. What a season.
Brilliant for Bernard.
Sean Fraser was beside him, the assistant coach, former national player. Sean Fraser and the player at Harbour View as well. Learning the ropes, as they would say.
Yeah, that's right.
As a head coach or as a coach.
Murray puts the chase on, but Austin intercepts and plays the ball across to his uncle, Rudolph Austin.
Yeah.
Gawain to Rudolph. Yeah, look at the aggression there from Seagull Knight, not allowing Timar Lewis to settle. And here's the skillful Roger Smith. Smith under pressure. Young wins it. Oh, great turn there by Dyer. Harding. Goes inside looking for Murray.
Well read.
Yeah, Seagull Knight tracking back.
Yeah, he's important for the stability of that Portmore midfield is Knight.
Yeah.
Works hard. The captain
Yeah, for
has
sure.
been plagued with injury, groin most of all. And those groin injuries certainly can be annoying.
Walker. Myers. Walsh is trying to get close to it, but can't.
Yeah, that needed to be a better pass from Miles. Miles does play right back for the St. Lucia national team as well, so it's not as if he's unused to the position. I guess the Pogba nickname is just for the look, obviously, and not necessarily position, because Pogba doesn't play wing back, and Miles generally plays in the wing back position. I mean, I've seen him play centre back at Portmore as well.
Yeah.
But usually wing back.
2 players down. Seagull Knight is down for Portmore. And is that Lewis as well? Don't hurt. Yeah, so both medical teams have to be on now. And here's what happened. Wow. Yeah, it was Lewis.
Holding the right knee.
Yeah. Yeah, so the game here being held up. So the fans looking onto what we expect to be a real high quality game, based on the fact that both teams are really playing well at the moment. Both teams have seemingly fixed their goal score. There's Philip Williams, the Portmore coach. Williams had taken over from Lenny Hyde in mid-May toward the back end of last season, and has done well settling this Portmore team. Did suggest in the pre-match interview with you, Chris, that they are not back to the championship Portmore culture just yet, but they're building toward it.
Yeah. Just wanted to get an idea from him as to, you know, yes, they're getting better, but how close he thinks they are to championship quality.
Yeah.
Of course, no team has won the Premier League more times than Portmore at 7th. So then we had a look at maybe the future. Shaquan Satchwell on the bench was out injured. One of the best players this season in schoolboy football.
Yeah.
Maybe just Dujon Whisper Richards, probably I would say ahead of him in terms of performance this season. Martin.
Harbourview in control on the restart. Harding. Smith. Bennett. Good passing by Harbourview. Knight has started well in midfield. Easy interception there by Rodolphe Austin. Wow, spectacular scissors clearance there from Gawain Austin. And there goes a skillful Timar Lewis. O'Shane Staple rushing forward on the right side with an overlapping move. His cross blocked though.
Is he ever not rushing?
Yeah.
I wonder how good he would be as a running back in the other version of football.
Lot of pace, yeah, a lot of pace from O'Shane Staple.
Always a willing runner. Scored in their last win. 2-1 victory.
He was MVP for the match as well against Cavalier.
Yeah.
Both teams having fixed their recent goal-scoring problems after just 2 goals in 8 games from early January to mid-February. Harbourview have now hit 12 goals in 5 games, and Portmore, after netting only 7 goals in 10 games from the start of the year until early March. The 7-time champions have pumped in 7 goals in their last 2 matches, with their big wins over Dunbeholden and Falkland 3-1 and 4-0.
Yeah.
So both coaches at the moment would be very happy with what their team would have delivered in recent weeks.
Yeah, and both coaches very aware of what the other is doing.
Yeah.
Both saying that, you know, each finding form and our goal scoring threats.
And they would have opposed each other at the schoolboy level as well, because Philip Williams is the coach of St Andrew Technical and
has been so since 2017, I think it is.
Right, and Ludlow Bernard is in charge at Kingston College.
Well, was.
Up till
last
2
year.
seasons ago? Up till last year.
Yeah,
last year was his last, yeah. So they've had their battles. Wow, what a great ball there from Rodolphe Austin. Finds Myers. But Odilon Harding with a recovery challenge is effective.
First touch needed to be better from Myers. Just gave Harding that chance to get in the block. But yeah, lovely searching pass from Rodolphe Austin. He's known for those.
Yeah. Of course, St Lucia winning Group C of League C with a 4-0 record and qualifying for promotion to to League B.
Yeah.
And also for the Gold Cup prelims, St Lucia. Header on goal, stopped almost on the line there by Anglin. That was a close call for Harbourview. Rousseau with the other effort. Austin, that's Rudolph, heading the ball back inside to keep the pressure on.
Solid
Whistle.
defending Harbourview. But again, that talented left foot of Emilio Rousseau putting the ball into telling areas, and this time Stephen Young's header was on target. It's amazing how many headers Stephen Young wins inside the area at the attacking side of things. Usually off target, and what a goal can do. This time, excellent header, good defensive work angling.
Harding, Bennett, Harding with a return ball back inside. Good defensive work there from the Portmore men, although the pass was a little off.
Yeah, just wonder if at first when he took it down on his chest, he is a left footer, Lance. Should he have just taken the volley there on the left foot? I guess working as a real left back and thinking about the pass to his forwards, but maybe he should have gone for glory there.
Yeah, could have. Harding has worn the captain's armband for Harbourview in the past. Odilon Harding. Oh, great turn here by Alex Marshall. Oh, that looks sweet. Still Marshall. Tumbles over from the challenge. Harding can't win that. Walker now has it. The delivery inside easily snuffed out by Ryan Wellington. Trey Bennett under a lot of pressure here from Rousseau. It was actually Jaheen Rose, it was with the challenge. Big kick up field. Lewis under pressure. Austin breaks the attack up, but gives up a corner. Oh, there's a big 37-year-old. A tower of strength in the Portmore defense. And a man with a very rich history of a football. That includes Europa League appearances. Here's Timor Lewis with a corner for Harbourview. Several blue and yellow shirts in the box, including the captain, Ryan Wellington. Oh, the header is just over the top. And it was Wellington that got there.
Always busy inside the area, Ryan Wellington. Yeah, that one came onto him very quickly. I think he was a bit thrown off. I just didn't make a good connection. Was under it was Wellington. And so yeah, heading over the bar. Warning signs again for Portmore.
Myers heading on there, probably looking for Walsh. Walsh can't get there in time. Just a couple of appearances so far for Portmore. Walsh in the number 30 shirt. A player that is expected to perform very solidly for them. Not to be confused with a former Antigua and Barbuda sprinter with a similar name who went to the Beijing Olympics and ran the 4x100 relay. Walsh actually played in Vietnam during the COVID years and Indonesia before returning home. His first pro contract was actually with the USL League team Pittsburgh Riverhounds, who had several good Caribbean players on their roster over the years, including the St. Lucian ace striker David Flavius, who is actually a Riverhounds Hall of Famer. Siobhan Walsh, his entry into the Premier League here, starting off briskly. 3 goals already. And he's setting himself up for a good run.
Including
2 goals against Falkland last week.
One from the penalty spot. Philip Williams did say he thought he was just one piece of it, but everything coming together up front for them.
Portmore 51% possession to Harbourview's 49 at the moment, but a pretty even game.
Yeah. With the potency of Walsh, he is somewhat displaced. Tevin Scott, who was into the starting lineup for some time, the former Harbourview man as well, who has 2 goals. And I guess Walsh's performances have been too good to look past.
Talbot to Staple. Anglin. Dyer. Wow, too much on that from Dyer.
There's a smile on the face of the captain. Was overhit, but didn't really play in Portmore, so yeah.
Young is down injured for Portmore. Yeah, looks to be an ankle issue there. Austin standing over him. A father figure in this Portmore team, Rodolphe Austin.
And Young has become a main part of this starting team, the man from Trelawney. William Niban, Holland FC man, Stephen Young. Tried in different parts of the Portmore back line. Did play at wing back for some of the time and played on the left side of the centre back roles. And I think when he's on the right hand side, you see more of him.
Yeah.
But he's grown.
Yeah, got his first goal of the season in the 4-0 win over Falkland last week. And here comes Harbourview now in transition. Colorado Murray. His pass is a little short, but he gets the ball back, and wow, Austin takes care of business. Wow, good change ball there from Alex Marshall to Rousseau. Walsh's back pass to Rousseau, a little bit taxing, but Portmore are still in control. Yeah, this is another big pass from Austin. Myers trying to head the ball across, probably looking for Marshall or so, but it was misdirected.
Yeah. He really had nowhere to go though, Maya. So even though it was a nice pass, unless he could have taken it down, he really had no options. And I think that's what he was explaining to some of the others. So he just headed it towards the keeper.
Yeah. Walsh heads the ball in.
Oh, that was a nice header.
Yeah. Read well though by Wellington, who made the clearance. Lewis. So comfortable on the ball, Timar Lewis. Yeah, Harbourview displaying their passing game, yeah. Lewis still changes the angle of attack. He's searching here for Trey Bennett. Ball sprays loose here to Harding. Again, Austin brought in. Marshall turning his man well. Dyer under pressure from Lamar Walker, who comes sprinting across. Fouled by Young on Murray. Free kick to Harbourview. Fairly high inside the Portmore half.
Not the kind of match that you expect a lot of goals because of the quality of both these teams. So even though you expect good football, you're not expecting a bunch of goals. This kind of ping-pong play, no surprise so far. Tight on the attackers. I think as the game goes on and legs start to get more tight and the game gets a little bit more open, then you will see the more opportunities.
Yeah.
But right now, it will be very hard for either team to break the other down. You will see a lot of midfield play.
Dyer.
Both teams looking to spread it and use a full width of the park.
Smith. Harding. Young appears to have this one covered. Not sure where to go, Young.
Does well.
Yeah, this is going to be a tactical game here because, as you mentioned at the top, Chris, both coaches know each other very well. And it's obvious based on the pre-match comments by both coaches that they've each studied what the other team is doing. When you asked about the matchup, given what had happened in their first meeting in early January, Philip Williams's comment was that a lot of games have been played since then. So he doesn't want to read what happened in the first Harbourview Portmore encounter because the rosters have changed a bit. Both teams have been playing differently now from how they were playing in January.
And Harbourview are in form is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Right. And I was mentioning at the top that when Portmore had won that January fixture, it was in the middle of a bit of a slump from Harbourview.
A definite slump. In fact, that was one where Ludlow Bernard lost his cool and lashed out at his players, even on air.
Yeah.
He was not pleased at all with the kind of performances and made some hard calls. In fact, he dropped even Colorado Murray to the bench for a couple of games, and a lot of players lost.
Good strong cross inside by Rousseau.
But I can tell you it worked. He certainly got the attention of all the players. It's not very often you see Ludlow Bernard show that level of emotion.
Yeah, I remember.
Or frustration.
Yeah, the outburst came after a 1-0 loss to Arnett Gardens.
Yeah.
But
in that period.
Yeah, but the benefit wasn't immediate because the very next game they lost to Veer. It was after that things started to settle down and Bernard started to get the results he wanted.
Yeah.
So middle of the first half. Harding has it. The Portmore defenders have been the busier of the two defense lines, but here's the Harbourview defense line getting some work now because Marshall has it. Walker, he may want to crack this from here. Walker, what a strike! The rebound, 1-0! Alex Marshall on target for Portmore.
Well, just as you said, the Portmore defense were under pressure and doing work. Great transition play by Portmore, spreading the ball wide again. And Alex Marshall, he's been in good form of recent. Nice strike by Lamar Walker, really extending Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty easy finish for Alex Marshall, who now makes it 3, is it?
4, I think.
For Alex Marshall on the season.
Yeah, standout player at St. George's College. Remarkable statistics in 2015. 26 goals while steering SDGC to the 3 finals. Actually scored twice in the Super Cup 4-0 win over Jamaica College. And he was a Super Cup MVP and Golden Boot winner in 2015. Pretty solid after his schoolboy football career, in tandem with Siobhan Marsh and Nicholas Hamilton in an attack labeled MHM. Generated high-scoring performances for Cavalier before his trip to the Canadian Premier League with HFX Wanderers. But he has looked solid here since returning home to the local Premier League. And that was a goal of beauty. The strike from Lamar Walker gave Bennett all kinds of trouble. And the rebound fell favorably to Marshall, who made no mistake from the left with the left boot. Means business today, Marshall. You can see it.
And maybe that goal slightly against the run of play.
Rousseau may strike this from here as well. No, turns the ball back. Can he still get the cross in? Yes, he does. No, deflection. I think he's won a corner though. Yeah, Portmore, the passage of play here from Portmore looking really sleek.
Yeah, and looking to play quickly as well. Not allowing the Harbourview team to relax. That's going to be too deep though from Rousseau, who doesn't get them wrong very often.
Yeah.
When the changes did come for the Portmore team with Marshall and Walker coming in and so on, Philip Williams was very excited and said, well, these are probably the answers to our prayers, but did admit that it would take a while for the chemistry to happen. So even though when they were playing together, the goals weren't coming, but now they kind of have a better idea of what each player is going to do, the tendencies. As I said, Marshall now with 4 goals, 3 of them coming in pretty quick succession. Walker's been on the score sheet, now Walsh has been added and it's starting to happen.
Big searching ball down the right channel there by Rodolphe Austin.
And there's a pressure there. And Wellington under pressure from Walsh, and Myers ever present.
Yeah. Marshall under some pressure. Still Marshall. Oh, good pass.
Offside.
Yeah.
Got to get back on there, Myers. That was lazy from the St. Lucian right back.
Yeah. Rose with a quick pass to him. But just this passage of play here, Portmore looking really, really smooth. And the Harbourview are going to be in for a tough night, it seems.
And do remember that Portmore went through that spate at the start of the year as well, where they would have lost a few of their players. They lost the 3 Haitians because of the social unrest in Haiti. One of them, Kenny Charleston, who was a forward player. So quite a few changes. Saint Jean, another.
Bennett can't get through Lamar Walker there.
Yeah.
Walsh with a quick pass here and finds Walker. The cross inside, met by Wellington. Dyer. He'll go long here towards Murray. Murray's first touch is excellent.
Ooh, nice idea.
Yeah, I don't think, was that Harding or Bennett?
Harding,
yeah. Not sure if Harding was expecting. I'm not sure if he was expecting the pass.
Really good pass by Murray.
He was hit with pace.
Yeah. I think it beat him for pace. I don't think it was away from him. Look at this. He should have controlled that.
Yeah, pace. He was beaten for pace. It was almost as if he was sort of flat-footed and didn't respond to the pass properly.
I think that's why he smiled and gave him the thumbs up.
Yeah, but that pass needed to be hit with pace, because if it wasn't, the challenging defender would have probably intercepted it.
And had Harding taken that touch on the left foot there, he was in. There was no recovery for the defense line. They would have been exposed. Not saying that he would have gone for goal, but he would have had so many options.
That's
so
right.
Great vision from Murray. Murray actually one of those centre forwards who doesn't have a bad eye when it comes to passing.
Yeah. Austin gets in the way of the Tamar Lewis cross. Walker. Marshall. Beautifully read by Wellington. Yeah, Anglin's arm just catches Marshall in the face.
Yeah. Arista Golson spotting it right away.
Free kick to Portmore, who are leading 1-0 on the Alex Marshall strike. Oh, the header inside here finds Siobhan Walsh, who is under some pressure, back to goal. Gawain Austin. Rudolph Austin. Young wants it. Oh, Austin takes a chance here. Almost denied by the challenging Colorado Murray. Alex Marshall, the scorer. The difference between these two teams at the moment. Oh, Walsh turns his man well. Can someone arrive in the middle in time? No, they can't. Wellington with the easy take. And now Staple has it. As the lights are coming on here at the Ashenheim Stadium at Jamaica College. Trey Bennett. Whistle. Yeah, free kick being awarded here to Harbour View, I think. Fairly high inside the Portmore half. Marshall in his last full Premier League season scored in the 2019 third place playoff for Cavalier to beat Mount Pleasant 1-0 at the National Stadium. Scored 11 goals that year, Alex Marshall, and was pretty close to the Golden Boot Award, just one goal away in a scoring race that was pretty tight between Javon East, Colorado Murray and the late Tremaine Stewart. Oh, the big header attempted there by Murray, climbing really, really high, challenging Austin for the ball. Staple with a headed pass back to his goalkeeper. I was mentioning of the two defense lines, Harbourview defenders fairly busy. There have been some moments for the Portmore defenders to be alert as well. So the game is shaping up to be a competitive one. Walker under pressure. Very skillful player, Walker. Talbot challenging for the ball. Yeah, there's Walker. Was actually on the Portmore championship winning 2019 team. Didn't get any playing time in the final, but he was on the squad when Portmore beat Waterhouse 1-0 in that final at the National Stadium. It saw a couple of red cards. Opposing teams always worry when there's a set play and Emilio Rousseau stands behind the ball. He's a defender, but he's the team's leading scorer. Nerissa Golson has an issue. Nerissa Golson has an issue with where the ball is being spotted. And some defiance here from the former St. George's College standout.
A little bit too deep there, though.
Yeah. Austin puts the chase on Lewis.
challenge.
Seagull Knight challenges hard and
Well,
probably hurts himself in the process.
why is that a card for Knight? I actually thought it was Knight who made a good challenge there. Narissa Gosen has out the yellow card. Is that Staple?
I think it is Staple.
Yeah. Oh, that can't be a foul on Knight. I mean, Knight couldn't be the one who's going to get a yellow card for that.
He went for the ball.
Well, he got all ball. In fact, Staple was the one who probably made contact and hobbled over Knight. Well, I think they're now getting it right. She went to Seagull Knight at first. Let's see what happens here. Let's look at it here. Yeah, it's a very good challenge by Knight.
Yeah.
Full contact, side of the foot with the ball. And then if anything, Staple is who makes contact with him.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a yellow card there on.
I don't
on
think any
Knight,
player
on,
should be booked
on
either.
Seagull Knight for that challenge.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I don't think Staple should be booked either.
Well, the yellow card is there.
And it is going to be Knight as soon as he gets up, but I just can't understand that. She sees a funny side, does Narissa Gosen, but yeah. I hope later in the game it doesn't cost the Portmore team.
Yeah. It looks to have damaged the inside of his left knee, Seagull Knight. And he's been a player that has battled a groin issue as well. So, nervous moments here. Yeah, official yellow card for Seagull Knight for the challenge. Yeah, but he's walking off gingerly, so I'm not even sure if his groin is fine, because you get a jar on the side of your knee there and it can trigger other muscles, including the groin. So let's hope that Seagull Knight is good enough to retake the field, because he has been solid for the first 35 minutes of this match. Part of the reason why Portmore are leading 1-0. Talbot. Anglin's pass. Finds Harding, but he can't keep control. And Myers protects the ball well enough. Yeah, Ludlow Bernard's brain is ticking. Very, very studious coach, Ludlow Bernard. And he knows that this Portmore team, even though he lost to them in January, is likely an even tougher team than the one he met in January. Floated ball inside. Cowan Austin with the clearance. Walker. Well challenged there by Murray, who has some room now on the left side. Walker makes life really uncomfortable for Murray, and now he's fouled. I think Walker is guilty of the challenge. Free kick for Harbour from the left side, close to the corner flag. So the effect of this free kick would be pretty much like a corner, based on its proximity to the corner flag. Yeah. Double teamed and robbed of the ball. Free kick to Harbourview. Colorado walks away with a bit of a limp. Cavalier leading Tivoli Gardens by 1-0 in another fixture. Well, that's the final score. Ball headed right across.
Oh, wow.
Skied by Murray.
Just a player you'd want that chance to fall to.
Yeah, but he was limping a short while ago, so I'm not sure if his physical discomfort
caused a problem.
Contributed to him not kicking that one as well as
height as well.
Yeah.
Chance for Harbourview.
Right, really threatening play by Timor Lewis.
Yeah, Wellington with the header back across the area. Excellent from the captain Wellington to win that header at the back post. Unable to control that. Yeah, what a big win that was for Cavalier over Tivoli Gardens. And a goal in stoppage time in 93rd minute by who again but Dwayne Atkins.
Yeah, that's the player I think has a very bright future. Portmore 1-0 up. Just over 6 minutes plus time to be added on for stoppages to the half-time break. Portmore coming off a 4-0 win over Falkland last week. Their highest scoring performance in more than 3 years, Portmore, since the 30th of January 2020 when they beat Dunbeholden 4-1 with a brace from Shivani Willis and other strikes from Shea Smith and Ricardo Morris. None of those players currently at Portmore, whose squad is always fluid. Emilio Rosso with a corner kick. Perfectly hit, but Talbot with a defensive header. Knight, Walker, loses his balance, Walker. Knight and Smith challenging for the ball. Anglin now has it for Harbourview. Cool things down.
Forced to pass though there, Anglin. Had options laterally. The playoff team certainly racking up the points. Humble Lion with a 2-0 win over Very United.
Wow.
Wow, goes by Levon Williams and Javon Smith.
Yeah, Humble Lion joining Harbourview on points now in 4th spot with that victory.
What about Levon Williams? Has been around for such a long time.
Yeah.
A man who scored over 60 goals in the Premier League, Levon Williams. Injuries have been an issue for him over the last few years, but I remember even at Sporting Central where he was a part of with Francois Swaby, I think it was, that partnership there. And a big win for Humble Lion, who coming into this week were in 5th position.
Yes. Yeah, the win there would take them up to joint 4th with Harbourview on points.
Right. And then
Goal
Cavalier
difference
getting
though.
that victory.
Yeah, goal difference though favouring Harbourview.
Yeah. So Cavalier to the top of the table with that 1-0 win.
Yeah.
For the time being.
They are provisional leaders. The top of the Premier League table at the moment looking pretty for Casafa teams. Arnett, Cavalier, Harbourview among the top 4 at the moment.
Yeah.
Casafa in constant conflict with the Jamaica Football Federation. They're not buddies, these two bodies. Foul, no whistle. Roger Smith has so much skill on the ball, Smith. Bennett. Anglin. Dyer. Harding.
It's not a good touch there by Harding.
Yeah, too much weight on it. Wellington just has a quick glance behind him to see where he is. Excellent play from the big Harbourview central defender. A Premier League winner with Portmore United back in 2019, Rand Wellington. Yeah, Myers gets in the way, prevents the ball from going through to Tamar Lewis. Harbourview anxious to restart play here as they look for the equaliser 3 minutes before the halftime break. Oh, Marshall has done really well here, coming back in defence and working hard. Following last week's Harbourview win over Cavalier, their coach Philip Williams had expressed a little surprise at the choice of, it was the Portmore result, the choice of a player of the MVP for the match in the last Portmore.
Yeah, Emilio Rosso won the Man of the Match award.
Yeah, that was a 3-1 win over Dunbeholden. Yeah, Philip Williams was a little disappointed that the award wasn't given to
Alex Marshall.
Alex Marshall, yeah, because he had scored the last goal to make it 3-1, and the coach's point was that not only offensively was he constantly a threat and played well, but he was tracking back and tackling as we are seeing him do this afternoon as well.
And what was said to the coach was that the thought was that Alex Marshall, in terms of consistency, wasn't where they thought he should be, based on a play of his quality. Well, he obviously listened to that, and his last couple of games he's really improved that aspect of it, whereas Emilio Rousseau was excellent in both areas. Defensively, they had kept they could do nothing about the strike that they conceded, but in terms of the work at both ends of the pitch, and Rousseau was consistently good in terms of his deliveries. Hasn't been as accurate today, but and that was a word that was. But both Philip Williams and Kevin Deere as well. Thought that Marshall was, but you know, it's how the memory works. It's easier to remember the last thing that happened than it was a good goal that Marshall scored right at the end in the 93rd minute.
It was 90 plus 7. So it was somewhere around there, But it was a good finish, though.
It was a good finish, but throughout the game, Marshall, I thought, was a bit wasteful, but you could see that he was getting to where they needed him to be.
Free kick to Harbourview, and they're hurrying things, Harbourview. We're getting close to the half-time whistle, although there will be time added on for stoppages. So at the moment, unclear as to how many minutes will be added on, because we are approaching 3 minutes will be added on, I think, the fourth official is suggesting. Wow. Austin there with a big clearance. Anglin getting to it. Staple in support. Rousseau picks up a loose ball. His pass, though, not good. Beautifully read by Ryan Wellington, who is so high on quality in defense for Harbourview. Timor Lewis can't get to that one. I know he may have watched boys and girls champs over the weekend and feels he's a sprint star, but wouldn't have the legs to get there. Wellington, top first half here by the Harbourview captain, even though his team is trailing.
He's been the best player on the park for Harbourview.
Just his ability to read plays and anticipate some of those passes coming in.
And he's a threat at the attacking end from the dead ball opportunities.
Anklin a little too relaxed there. Walker, Rousseau, Knight, back to Walker.
That was drilled by Anglin, by Austin, sorry.
I'm not sure if the pass was intended for, was it Walsh who got in the way?
I don't know, but that would have been some shot if it was a shot. Barely got off the ground and lots of pace behind it.
We're off Austin. Pretty impressive CV. Jamaica Premier League winner back in 2004 with Portmore, also 2008 before he had gone to his overseas sojourn. That's just the beginning of his CV. Myers with a big clearance upfield. 2 of the 3 minutes expired in stoppage time. Smith, but Myers gets in the way. Throw for Harbourview. Oh, Lewis does well with the cross, and the diving header attempted by Colorado. Murray squirts off his head and over the top. Pretty brave there from Murray, and seemingly strong finish to the first half here for Harbourview. The cross here, really neat. Murray got there, but he was under a lot of pressure there from Gawain Austin. Wasn't allowed any comfort with the header, and that's part of the reason why he wasn't able to direct it on goal. So the 3 minutes of stoppage time expired, so referee Nerissa Golson in short order will call a halt to this one, which he does now. So fairly competitive first half here, some good moments. the best of the moments for Portmore and the Alex Marshall strike that has them leading by 1-0. But a pretty evenly matched game here, and Harbourview still in the hunt as a number 4 team in the Premier League standings. But a game that hasn't gone in an unexpected fashion, Chris, because the game looks competitive and it looks like a chess match.
Yeah, as expected, lots of work in the middle of the park, tight, not many spaces, as you say, a very tactical game. And yeah, Portmore, the best of it so far with that nice strike from Lamar Walker, which rebounded to Alex Marshall. I don't think either coach will be too perturbed as to how the first 45 minutes went, and a lot to look forward to. As we say, a tactical battle as the second half progresses and legs start to get tired. I expect the openness to evolve and more chances to be created.
Yeah, so Harbourview unbeaten in like 7 games so far in the recent weeks, having their unbeaten run being tested here by the Portmore team, who are leading by 1-0 at halftime. Alex Marshall's strike has Portmore leading by 1-0 over Harbourview in the Jamaica Premier League Match Week 21, powered by Digicel.
Welcome back to the Ashenine Stadium and Jamaica Premier League action, powered by Digicel. The 7-time champions Portmore United lead the 5-time champions Harbourview by 1-0 after 45 minutes. These are the highlights. Narissa Golson in charge of this one. Beautiful delivery from Timar Lewis into the area, and Ryan Wellington, well, went with his head. I think he should have gone with the right foot and probably would have had a tap in. Good start for Harbourview, but then Portmore got into stride. Nice ball into the box. Stephen Young, he usually gets his head onto these deliveries and did so again, this time on target, but Joshua Nanglin was there to thwart the attack. Ping pong battle. Harbourview into the box again from the corner. Ryan Wellington, the captain, unable to steer that on target. Then this opportunity for Portmore into the wide area. Alex Marshall, nice crossfield pass to Lamar Walker, lets flies from about 25 yards out. Anthony Bennett can't handle it, but Alex Marshall can, and he taps it in for his 4th of the season, an advantage Portmore. That is from Lamar Walker, great technique here, just locking the ankle and letting fly with the instep. That left foot, and Alex Marshall using his left as well, but more tapping. Harbourview trying to get back into this. Warren Wellington again from the back post, and Colorado Murray punts it way over the bar. He had picked up an injury just before that and looked unsettled in Colorado Murray, and that's been the kind of half for Harbourview, and Narissa Ghostner seen enough. These are the statistics. Nothing on target yet for Harbourview from their 7 attempts, 4 on target from 6 for Portmore United. They have looked more focused in their attack. 14 fouls between the two teams, just the 1 yellow card shown to Siegel Knight of Portmore. They have enjoyed 3 corners, Portmore to the 1 for Harbourview, and they have majority of the possession, the 7-time champions, 55% of it, and they have the only goal from Alex Marshall. 1-0 after 45 minutes to Portmore United. We go to a break with the highlights from our first game, Malines United against Dumble Holding.
Highlights for this one, Cobble Banton in charge. Number 8, Dunbar Holden up against number 9, Malines. And it's Malines putting the pressure on early. Dunbar Holden responding here with Peter McGregor. Getting a start this afternoon. Does well to get into the box here, but his shot goes to the near post and is unthreatening. Jason Wright trying to turn to set himself up some room here. Left-footed drive on goal by Andrews, off target. And Robinson goal for Dunbar Holden appear to have had that one covered. Peter McGregor opting to play the ball across here instead of going for the left-footed drive. And here's where the first goal comes from. Thomas brings down Barnett. No hesitation from referee Banton to point to the penalty spot. And Thomas gives up a penalty here, which Ricardo Thomas hits powerfully left-footed into the far corner. And Harrison in goal for Malines has absolutely no chance. 3 goals on the season, that for Ricardo Thomas. Barnett with a fancy heel pass to McGregor, but McGregor can't get the proper right-footed shot off, and disappointment for him there. Here's where the second goal comes. Barnett being challenged here by Damian Thomas. Handles the ball, he does. Referee doesn't spot it. Referee spots the foul on him by Damian Thomas and awards another penalty. And again, it's Ricardo Thomas, this time right-footed. He scored the first one with his left boot. Both of them firmly struck. And Dunbar Holden in front here by 2 goals to 0. And here's one of the bigger moments of the match. A red card to Janoy Cunningham, who was already on a yellow card, showing dissent, and then the challenge for that ball. So Malines short-handed down to 10 men for the rest of the game. McGregor turning this one across, and Dean Andre Thomas, substitute coming on in the second half, fails to slot this one home right-footed, just doesn't get a hold of the shot properly. He misses another opportunity here, Dean Andre Thomas, on the near post, and he is disappointed. Here comes Sean Livingston, who came on the second half with a right-footed drive. Dunbar Holden keeping the pressure on here. Fletcher, second half substitute to Barnett. Thomas does really good work here on the far side. His cross met by Peter McGregor, who scores his first goal of the season. Look at the work here by Dean Andre Thomas, not only to keep that one in, but sliding the cross inside. And McGregor reacts quickly and snatches the shot into the roof of the net. And his teammates are happy. Dane Samuels congratulating Peter McGregor. 8 goals last season, but no goals so far this season until today. And here is Malines keeping this game alive. Powell able to get rid of that ball. Good exchange of passes here between Jason Wright and Nicholas Nelson. Nelson strikes his 5th goal of the season and brings Malines back with a chance here. Jeremy Nelson with a right-footed strike from the spot from about 25-26 yards out, just over the top. The game ends Double Holden winning 3-2 over Malines. Yes, so we're back for the second half of this Match Week 21 Jamaica Premier League fixture between 7-time champions Portmore United and the reigning champions Harbour View. 12 titles between them both. The only team to have won more Premier League titles than Harbour View is Portmore. Of course, along with Harbour View, Tivoli, Arnett and Santos all had 5 Premier League titles as well. Here's Harbour View looking to recover from the 1-0 deficit they went under from Alex Marshall's strike in the first half. Smith has it for Harbour View. Oh, now being crowded by 2 Portmore men. Excellent first touch from Marshall. Trying to find Walsh, doesn't get to him. Staple. Yeah, I think Walker sort of snuck up on Staple there. He didn't quite see him coming. Part of the reason why he lost it. Good passing from Portmore. Austin's header has gone behind. They've given up a corner, I think. Harbour View with a change here because Garth Stewart is now on. Now there's Stewart. I think the tallest player in the Premier League. Lewis, good corner. Oh, but too close to Williams. Garth Stewart has replaced Trey Bennett. So Bennett is off and Garth Stewart is on. Williams in some discomfort in goal. Clean take. Yeah, safe arms. Yeah, but he's now gone down hurt. Not too sure what happened there. Maybe there had been some contact after he collected the ball before he actually touched land. Injury-prone goalkeeper Williams
was out for some time. As well as Benjamin Williams. Only just getting back into the starting lineup maybe 3 games ago. Davey Payton, the youngster, was between the sticks for some time. The 17-year-old keeper from Hydel for Philip Williams. There is a confirmation. Stewart on for Bennett.
Yeah, whistle. That looked scary moment there for Harbour View. Under pressure, Marshall steaming in to put some pressure on. Dyer. Lewis. Staple. Wow, that was a very, very solid challenge there from Stephen Young.
Well timed corner. Good build up again. Staple getting down that right flank, using the width again, and yeah, strong challenge there by Stephen Young.
Yeah, very, very solid. With comfort, Murray may have been able to turn that one on goal.
Yeah, you just can't give a chance to a player like Murray.
Yeah. Low corner. Oh, really smartly done there by Lamar Walker, but angling.
He's going to go into the book. It's the second time or third time he's done that angling. Rightfully so. Does have that tendency, angling. He's smiling about it, but he knew what he was doing. I thought he was pretty ambitious initially by Walker.
Yeah.
And went the long way around as well.
It looked cheeky. Yeah. It looked cheeky.
And he didn't just slide around. Look at this. He goes wide. And then the arm from angling.
I think they have been teammates at Miami FC in the USL. Anglin and Lamar Walker. Anglin gets a yellow card. Yeah, Anglin had a brief stint in the USL with the Miami team. Austin's long kick downfield.
Well, 。
Murray's under pressure here from Young. Anglin goes long.
Nice pass.
Oh, Rousseau's first touch wasn't very good, but gets some support from Gawain Austin. Tidies things up for Portmore. But Harbourview starting off the second half here looking really purposeful. Harbourview on a 7-game unbeaten run at the moment. The only team with a better unbeaten streak is Arnett Gardens, the current leaders, on a 10-game unbeaten run. Harbourview at risk of having that troubled right now.
Albeit Arnett Gardens' last 3 results have been draws.
Harding. Young gets in the way. Walsh is putting a chase on. Talbot with a header, but I don't think it's exactly what he wanted to do, but it still got the job done. Back to goalkeeper Bennett. And here's no Dyer. Yeah, the ball across the line. Throw to Harbourview, taken quickly. Roger Smith has it in midfield for Harbourview. He didn't like his forward passing option, so he went back. Dyer. Talbot. Smith under pressure. Yeah, really impressive chasing there from Jaheen Rose. It's the kind of pressing that forces errors from opposing teams.
Still managed to keep possession though, Harbourview.
Yeah. Oh, Staple trying to find Murray there, but not finding him.
Yeah.
Well held there by Shamari. Dyer, shot on goal. Oh, Stewart just not getting a hold of the shot. And Benjamin with a diving save in the end, but it wasn't a difficult save because Stewart didn't connect properly.
Yeah. Great step over as well, or dummy as we would say, by Colorado Murray. Look at it here, just allows it to go. Smart move by Murray because he was under pressure. They were expecting him to take the finish. Stewart should have done better, the substitute. If there ever was a scuffed attempt, that was it.
Yeah. He was pretty much 7 yards out.
What a chance that was.
Had the goalkeeper at his mercy, but didn't connect well.
Yeah, Williams was certainly exposed.
Yeah.
And a little more composure and Harbourview would have been all square.
Yeah, just highlights the fact that this game is still wide open. A 1-0 advantage here for Portmore. Tenuous.
Nice take.
Walker is one of the locally produced players that gives a lot of football fans in the country confidence that there is no need for an over-reliance of these overseas-based professionals who weren't born here and who didn't learn to play football here, that there are players domestically produced
who have
touch and quality
on the ball.
Yeah, to make a mark internationally, and Lamar Walker is one of them for sure. Marshall. Walker. Wow, I think Marshall wanted to get that but didn't hold it. Oh, the right-footed effort from Marshall. Not his stronger foot, but it brought a lot out from Bennett there, who was desperate.
It seems.
Yeah, had to make a diving save, the tall goalkeeper, whose dad played Premier League football for Boys Town.
Still a teenager, Bennett.
Yeah.
Just look at this here. I don't think he had sight of it, did he, Bennett? He saw it late. Went through the legs of, was it Talbot who had gone down there?
Yeah, well, if there was more pace on that, goalkeeper would have been in trouble. Here comes Lewis now with a counter for Harbourview. Roger Smith.
Smith.
Yeah,
By cutting it back, he just allowed Portmore to get bodies behind the ball.
Austin, a very impressive long passer of the ball. Yeah, Dar pulls Marshall down. Free kick to Portmore. 10 minutes into the second half. And there's excitement at either end of the park. 1 minute, Harbourview are goalmouth looking for the equalizer. Next minute, Portmore are in the Harbourview defensive third, looking to increase their lead. Emilio Rosso. Good cross. Header onto the crossbar from Gawain Austin, I think it was.
Yes.
Oh, disappointment there for him.
That's the kind of delivery we've been expecting from Rousseau.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah.
And Austin, tall, and had no difficulty there in climbing on challenge for that one.
Disappointed that he didn't score, Austin. Got on top of it well.
Yeah.
And just a few inches off. Good strength. He was under pressure. By no means an easy header in terms of
Garth Stewart,
keeping his eye on it.
The tall Harbourview man, was there putting pressure on him as well.
Well-timed jump as well by Austin. But the delivery from Rousseau of high quality.
Wow. Austin. Aggressive and solid there in defence. So 1 minute he almost scored for Portmore. Next minute he's there defending well. Walsh under pressure.
Strong though.
Walsh gets to this one.
Oh.
Yes, just lobs the ball back inside. Looks speculative more than, you know, calculated.
Too much air on it.
Yeah. Oh, Odell Harding is doing well here.
Nice.
Roger Smith goes for goal, Smith, but straight to goalkeeper Williams.
Slight deflection as well, which took the sting out of the shot. Nice rotation there of the hip, nice whip into the shot, but the deflection made it nice and easy for Benjamin Williams. Warning signs though, just like that. These two teams transition well. Do get the ball from one end to the other pretty quickly. They have good midfielders and good passers, so chances will be created. And both teams have to be aware of the counter. Another chance for Rousseau now to put one of those telling deliveries into the area. He hasn't been as consistent so far today as we're used to seeing. He's usually an 8.5 out of 10 man in terms of his quality of delivery.
Just 4 Portmore men on the edge of the box there, awaiting this Rousseau delivery.
Oh, wow. He's hurting his percentages there.
Yeah.
Disappointing
so
there.
Well, that falls from 8 out of 10 to 7 out of 10, does it?
Yeah. The others that we had criticized earlier, we had just said they were a little bit too deep. Which maybe for another player you'd say, yeah, well, it's pretty good, but for him, but that one was way, way off.
Harbourview making the expected change with Krista J. Daly now entering at the expense of Roger Smith. So he is, if there ever was one, an impact player coming off the bench. Krista J. Daly.
Kasim Priestley coming on as well.
Yeah, Priestley usually starts for Harbourview, didn't start today.
Timar Lewis.
Yeah, he's on for Timar Lewis.
So that will solidify the middle even more with Kasim Priestley coming on. Timar Lewis more of a creator. But I guess Krista J. Daly will somewhat play that role.
I guess, but
they have taken off 2 creators really. Timar Lewis and Roger Smith. So they've added some steel with Kasim Priestley.
Yeah, because based on how they play,
and maybe the trouble that Portmore have been given.
Yeah, I'm just saying that based on how they play, Priestley is less likely to be in Portmore's defensive third than Timar Lewis is.
Yeah.
Lewis is a much more forward player than Kasim Priestley
For sure.
On the hour mark, Portmore still leading 1-0. And Krista J. Daly, the 20-year-old who has scored 2 goals so far this season coming off the bench, is now on for Harbourview.
One from open play and one from the penalty spot.
Yeah. Murray does really good work here. This has been an energetic effort here from Harbourview, even though they're trailing. I would suggest that Harbourview in many ways are playing well enough to be not trailing in this match. I'm not sure if Coach Bernard would agree, but this is still a pretty open game.
4-3-3, the Harbourview regular formation, but I'm just wondering if they have moved to more of a 4-4-2 now, Lance, because they're using Gar Stewart as a forward,
yes,
alongside Murray. And Krista J. Daly looks to me like he's going more in an attacking midfield role and not a wing role. So, and especially with the Kasim Priestley change. So I'm just wondering,
delightful skill from Krista J. Wow. Oh, this player has so much quality. So much quality. I'd like to see that again.
Well, Colorado Murray coming wide on that occasion, and yes, O'Shane Staple gone into the box as the forward.
Anglin turns his man well. Priestley with a left-footed strike from distance, way off target.
Priestley's strikes all season have been disappointing. Very wayward and high.
Yeah, Kasim Priestley just on. Yeah, look at the skill here we're going to see from Krista J. Daly here.
Whoops.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Pretty special, this player. He just does things with the kind of simplicity that you would see on the training ground, and he brings it into a match and makes it look easy.
Was playing in Slovenia before coming back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
He's on loan to Harbourview from Holland United, Holland FC. Well, there's a miscommunication there.
Good recovery here by Wellington. The cross from Myers. Is Dyer, I think, getting in the way. The turn now from Anglin. Pass a little bit short, but still arrives at the destination. Harding now has it for Harbourview.
Yeah.
Poor cross inside.
Daly realized he was going to be under pressure, so tried to force the cross.
Portmore trying to restore the prominent championship winning culture that they've developed over the years. Marshall tries to sneak in there, but Talbot with good recovery work. Regular season champions Portmore, 3 of the 4 years between 2016 and 2019. League champions twice during that period. Title winners 4 times actually in the past decade, the 2010 to 2020, but have struggled since COVID, missing the playoffs consecutive seasons. They were 8th in the regular season last year and 10th in 2021 and 10th in 2022. So the past 2 seasons have been very on Portmore-like. Yellow card there to Jaheen Rose. Look at the first touch from Krista J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jaheen Rose tries to play it off as if he was fouled. Former Clarendon College midfielder Jaheen Rose.
Yeah. But it's an illustration there of how a first touch being good sets you up for your next play.
Yeah.
Rose. A little hasty there with the clearance. He did have a little time to turn and be more measured with what he was doing, but maybe he didn't get the quick enough call from one of his teammates. So the pressure back on them now. Oh, great ball inside. And the touch from Staple, not as good as it needed to be, but good long-range passer of the ball, Kasim Priestley.
Yeah, just disappointed that he didn't bring it down, was Shane Staple. Loves those overlapping runs. Very good in those areas.
And apart from Portmore's offensive struggles mid-season, which kind of put them in the playoff predicament that they're in at the moment. Here's Rodolphe Austin with the clearance. Stephen Young has been a huge part of their solid defense.
Yep.
Helping them because of their defensive quality to maintain a position that places them still with a chance of making the playoffs, even though they haven't gotten as many wins as they needed to. Young was MVP in early season matches against Vere and Mount Pleasant. Portmore's MVP list of, well, MVP winners telling a story. Chris Young twice, Rudolph Austin, Emilio Rousseau 3 times, all defenders.
Yeah, all defenders. Comes back to that point of those 9 clean sheets.
Yeah.
In 19 games.
Austin there, the veteran, has led the defensive unit.
And if you think about even that 3-1 win against Tumble Holding, was it? Yeah. It was a brilliant strike to deny them another clean sheet.
Yeah. Foul on Walker.
Volley from Dean Andre Thomas from some way out, almost maybe 40 yards.
Yeah.
Hard to blame a defense line for that.
Austin, when he had just returned to the local Premier League last season, had played at holding midfield a lot of games, but now he's rooted to the central defensive role.
Yeah.
The header out. There he is with a massive kick downfield that's gone behind.
And I think his conditioning has improved a lot since when, when we first saw him back. He just looked a little bit slow.
Yeah.
He looked like a 37-year-old at the time, but he's done some work. Rudolph Austin, he's done a lot of work.
A lot of work.
He looks a lot more agile and has maneuvered a lot better.
Yeah, very, very solid player, as I said, with an impressive CV. Played in Norway, England, where he was briefly captain of Leeds, and also Denmark, which gave him Europa League appearances with Esbjerg and Brøndby. Internationally, Jamaica under 21, Jamaica under 20, under 23, and seniors, of course. Won 3 Caribbean Cup titles with Jamaica. Actually, 2010 and 2014, he won the tournament MVP award in the Caribbean Cup.
Yeah. And remember, he carried the captain's armband as well for some time.
Yeah. So, impressive CV for this 37-year-old.
Said he doesn't need the captain's armband anymore. He can just lead by example in his Portmore team, and he thinks that the way forward is, you know, to have a younger player have the captain's armband, and he helped them.
Yes.
That's certainly a mature way of looking at things.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I wonder, as a former Leeds captain, albeit briefly, when they were in the lower league, not in the Premier League, if he's still a supporter of Leeds.
Probably is.
There aren't many Caribbean people who support Leeds as their English Premier League team, but maybe Rudolph Austin is one of them. Tevin Scott is on. And he has replaced Siobhan Walsh, who has been troubled today by a hard-working defence line.
Yeah.
Siobhan Walsh off, Tivin Scott on.
Like for like.
Yeah. A second change here with O'Keeler Howard, what started last week, now on for Portmore. There he is. So Philip Williams, the Portmore coach, trying to shore this game up.
Looks like Shaheen Rose has come off.
Yeah, Rose is off. Yeah,
was
Rose
on a yellow card too.
Long ball inside here. Staple going up for the header, but Austin beats him to it. Oh, Colorado Murray's right-footed strike doesn't come off well. Priestley under pressure. Wellington. Good work there by Wellington.
That's a foul.
Yeah. Tripped by Scott, who decided he wouldn't take that from a central defender.
Tug of the shirt.
Yeah.
Christopher Daly with an opportunity to put it into the area.
He is the main reason why Harbourview are in with a shot of getting back into this game. Oh, the flick on attempted there by Wellington. Yeah, didn't quite work. Murray does well. Talbot. Yeah, good work there by Daly. Was initially going to lose it, but worked hard and fought for it. Talbot.
Yeah, gets that wrong.
Yeah.
Better out for a throw though than losing it in that sensitive area.
Harbour, you getting ready to make another change?
Oh, the captain coming off.
Wellington is coming off.
That's a surprise.
Philon Lawrence is on. But that's an attacking change for a defensive player.
Yeah. The captain's armband goes to Talbot.
Yeah, that. Wow. Yeah. Dyer there with a bad foul on Marshall. Maybe you can ask Lodi Bernard the thinking behind that change post-match, Chris. Maybe Wellington is injured. I'm not sure, but coach must know why he made that change. Yeah, that looked pretty high and aggressive. Not unaccustomed to being fouled. Alex Marshall. Dyer gets a yellow card for the challenge.
So Dyer had been playing in the defensive midfield role. I think Dyer's now gone back as centre back. So yeah, with Priestley on now, he can play the defensive midfield role. So making a sacrifice, Lodi Bernard.
Oh, good corner that was. Wow. Scott missed it. He went very close to it, but just didn't make contact.
Another nice delivery from Rousseau on that occasion.
Yeah.
So a bit more inventive from Harbourview. Can't blame them. Wellington just making his way around. He seems to be walking fine, the team captain.
Yeah. Well, some tactical move there by Coach Bernard.
There's Philon Lawrence.
Yeah.
Had been out of the team for some time at the start of the season. 1 goal so far this season.
Murray disappointed with the call, but Knight is down seemingly with a facial injury. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow, yeah, Murray's...
Yeah, led with the arm.
Yeah, the arm caught him there in the face, yeah. There's a confirmation of Howard in for Shaheen Rose. So the game is going to restart now with Portmore still holding on to the 1-0 advantage. Only just getting their offensive game going, Portmore. Of the top 10 teams in the Premier League. Entering match week 21, Portmore's 21 goals bettered only 2 teams, Humberland 19 and 10th place Montego Bay. So, not a good look overall offensively for Portmore, but they seem to be getting things right now, yeah. Marshall just shoves Dyer in. Oh, that's Stephen Scott, shoves Dyer in the back. Harding for Harbourview. Seagull Knight intercepts. Dyer. Accurate pass to Stewart, who is under some pressure.
Ooh, missed kick.
Wow. Dyer misses the ball. Oh, the header on. Scott beaten for that header by Priestley. Priestley approached the ball with more desire.
Offside call though, coming in from the assistant. Wondered why Scott didn't even attempt to really go after it. Has size and height, Scott, but he was pretty tame in his attempt to wrestle for that ball.
Yeah. Typically aerial balls in the 18-yard box tend most times to be more aggressively approached by the defenders and the forwards.
Fair enough.
Because it's their job, the defenders, to ensure that nothing goes wrong there. Yes, it's the forward's job to get the goal, but just typically defenders tend to be a little bit more aggressive there. Oh, Staple does well to keep the ball in because he was going away from the ball initially. Austin Gawain has had a solid game in defense for Portmore today with a big clearance there. There goes Lamar Walker now. Player with a lot of confidence in his on-the-ball skills. Cross to the far post, a little bit too much weight on it, yeah.
Well.
Marshall, Walker doesn't keep it in. Tried to, but a bit of fancy play there from him, not quite coming off.
Certainly looks like a man that is always enjoying his game too,
Yeah.
Lamar Walker. That's something that's nice to see. Enjoys his football. Some will say maybe too much at times, which is why he keeps it too long.
Yeah, Staple didn't feel Staple didn't feel that the call should have gone against him. Under 12 minutes of normal time remaining. There's Staple. And here's Rousseau.
Inaccurate there.
Priestley. Long ball inside, but badly directed. Gives Williams an easy job in the Portmore goal.
Innovative from Murray.
Yeah.
That's a foul.
Krista Jade Daly kicked over from behind by Stephen Young. Referee Goldson appears to have a quick word there with the offender. Yeah, there
Two
he is.
players from the same club, same parish, know each other pretty well. Young a bit older.
Yeah. Cross whipped in by Daly. Austin gets in the way. Yeah, the return pass to Krista J. Daly not finding the target. Long kick from distance, spotting the goalkeeper off his line, Bennett.
Nice try, Lamar Walker.
Yeah.
Great vision. Struck it well, but wide. We've already seen one of those wonder goals from Taylor.
Yeah. Against
Of the Evan Taylor from the Maroons.
Against Cavalier, I think it was.
Yes. Vina Bartlett was the goalkeeper caught out on that occasion.
Yeah. Lawrence with a left-footed strike had a lot of venom on it.
Rudolph Austin there again.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets on well with most of the players though, Lamar Walker. You can see that even though he's tussling and it's all friendly.
Yeah.
Him and Colorado Murray tussling there.
Austin. Myers. Howard. Throw. Harbourview trying to pick the pace up now because it's they that trail this fixture by 1-0, and we're in the final 10 minutes. Well, plus time to be added on for stoppages, but we're in the last phases of this match and Harbourview are still in deficit. Marshall may strike it from here. No. Rousseau.
He will.
Yeah. Deflection from Dyer. Corner kick here won by Portmore, and this man will take it himself.
Never afraid to try from any angle. Emilio Rousseau wants it on his left foot, even if defenders are close. Who can he find this time?
Talbot climbs high with a headed clearance. Doesn't get a lot of distance on the clearance though. And Rousseau still finds himself in the hunt for the ball.
Shows off two defenders. Goal kick.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin taking no prisoners. Oh, and he's actually found Rousseau on the left side here. Oh,
Nice
good pass by Rousseau to Scott.
Oh, no. I thought he would have tried to cut that back towards the penalty spot. That's a very difficult technique. Philip Williams can't believe it. Neither can Kevin Deere.
Oh, boy, yeah.
He wanted to go the outside of his right boot there, but where the ball was positioned, it would always have been difficult for him to get the angle.
Yeah. Dyer. Oh, good pass by Dyer. No, well read by Alvinus Myers, the St. Lucian.
Really solid defensive effort all round by Portmore. Stephen Young, Gawain Austin, Rudolph Austin, and then Rousseau and Myers in the wide areas. And the rotation has been excellent.
Yeah, very, very tidy performance here from Portmore.
Of course, Rudolph Austin pulling the strings at that back there. He is a vocal point.
Yeah. But
using his experience.
Yeah, but by no means comfortable. A 1-0 advantage here against Harbourview.
Look at that again.
Cannot be what they
Alex
want.
Marshall getting back to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did really well there.
And when you see teams keep a lot of clean sheets and so on, it's not just a defender or two that create that a lot of times. It's a team effort. It's a mentality. So it's a chart. I know what he was trying there, Tevin Scott, but the angle was never going to be favourable to him. Philip Williams is distraught.
Yeah, and I think Williams is reacting like that because the game hasn't yet been won.
Right.
You know, on a 1-0 advantage in a position where Portmore are trying to secure points and also to build their goal difference.
And a nice through ball like that played to him.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't want to take a touch, I think he should have been looking to get that on a diagonal pass.
He had space and time to do all of that.
That ball was too much on his left side to use the right foot.
Yeah.
But anyhow, chance missed.
Yeah, Dyer trying to be cute there, but Lamar Walker Yeah, pretty aggressive. And Walker has something to say to him. Harbour getting ready to make another change.
Same Dyer.
Yeah, Dyer's being taken out. And Kimar Mullings.
Another offensive change.
Is in. Wow, that was a high boot there. And Seagull Knight with a right-footed shot from the ball that squirted out to him on the edge of the box. Can't get over the shot.
Yeah. That was on his way back to Portmore.
Staple.
In his schoolboy days, let me tell you, Seagull Knight used to score some blinders for Clarendon College. He was known for those. And the ball wouldn't get much off the ground, and serious power.
Yeah, play with a lot of quality, Seagull Knight.
Yeah. Injuries have really taken a toll somewhat, but yet to see one of those kinds of strikes in the Premier League from him. But I know he has it in him.
Bennett's long kick down for Harbourview. Less than 4 minutes now of normal time remaining. And Harbourview are still trailing 1-0. And their 7-game unbeaten run, second best in the league, is under threat. Marshall for Portmore. Still Marshall. Still Marshall. Walker has room and time. Yeah, that was a surprise pass.
Yes. Well, it looked like a surprise Tevin Scott as well.
Yeah.
And it was very sensible. Just like sometimes a Walker slows up the play. He reads the clock well. Time dying down. Yeah, Portmore still only leading by the goal to nil, but Harbourview can't hurt you if you have the ball.
That's
so
right.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Force players to come to you and then distribute, especially into the wide areas. Yellow card coming out to Bennett, the goalkeeper. He had something to say.
And not pleased either. Talbot. Staple goes along. Offside call against Anglin, I thought, lurking behind the defenders there.
Yeah. That was an interesting take by Anglin, in terms of what he was trying to do. You notice how he chested that ball, you know.
Sportsmax at moment. And it is the Alex Marshall goal. Set up here by this strike from Lamar Walker. Goalkeeper Bennett doesn't hold it well, and it's Marshall that is right there to finish after delivering the pass in the first place. Good movement there from the forward. Sportsmax at moment.
Well, another chance for Portmore. Alex Marshall.
Yeah,
He's really had a good game, Alex Marshall.
Yeah, right foot not his favorite shooting leg.
No, I like that he tried with it though.
Yeah.
Many wouldn't. Yeah. Another player that more and more we see him really enjoying his football, and when players have that kind of mentality,
yeah,
they have more games that are good than bad.
Marshall. Knight. Walker.
Gets a foul.
Yeah, Howard. Tumbles over on the challenge. We're expecting 5 minutes to be added on for stoppages, so still 6 minutes of football to play. Bennett's yellow card confirmed. Can Portmore seal it here? Or will Harbourview defend and stay alive?
Nice. Wow. Emilio Rousseau want Stephen Young again. Let me tell you, I don't think there's any central defender in the Premier League who wins more balls at the attacking end of things than Stephen Young.
Yeah.
if I was to put a percentage on it, I think he gets there 90% of the time.
Which is
Amazing.
commendable.
Yeah.
It is something he's doing right.
Yeah, most of the time it's not on target, but nevertheless, whether head or foot, he gets there. He obviously reads the play very well, and very aggressive and eager. Says off camera that he wants to add a lot more goals to his name, just as a centre back. So he's all about getting forward and doing good things up there. He has got off the mark finally.
Daly. Still Daly. Oh my gospel. Daly. The ball crossed inside now.
What did Austin do? What did Anglin do after that play? No, that is some incredible skill there by Christopher Daly.
Well, we've spoken about him. What else can we say?
Whoops.
Oh boy. And the pass to Anglin. Anglin went for goal, I thought.
No, you see me, no you don't.
Yeah. Oh.
But Anglin was in two minds, whether to go for the goal or the pass to the back post, and it was somewhat in between, hence why it had so much pace behind it.
Yeah.
But yet the direction went as a cross. Well, that was a big chance missed and created by their number 10.
Yeah.
So many times you see players show a lot of skill and then give away the ball, but he got by those players but had a plan.
Yeah. Oh, that was a perfect pass to Anglin.
Yeah.
Superb balance and skill. Krista J. Daly. Harbourview's hopes hanging on this delivery from the 20-year-old.
Oh, nice.
Not bad.
Yeah. Two Harbourview players attacking the near post. None able to make a proper connection. Phelan Lawrence and Colorado Murray in there.
They've won another corner though.
You see lots of pace behind the delivery from Daly.
Yeah.
So the defense doesn't have a lot of time to react.
Well, here's Daly's second corner. A lot more on this one, and Stewart gets the header clean, but slides off the side of his head and behind for a goal kick. Oh, he's like 6'6".
And that's Stewart you would want to find if you were going aerial.
And he easily met that unchallenged, but couldn't steer it on goal.
Brilliant from Daly. And the fact of the matter is he had so much pace on that cross. All Stewart had to do is to steer it on target. He didn't need to generate any pace.
Yeah.
And he needed more of a head on it, Lance.
Yeah.
Too much of a glance.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That's the chance that Harbourview wanted.
Yeah.
Just wonder if they will be able to create any more.
Austin comes and tidies things up. Oh, their defensive performance today, Portmore, has been really, really solid.
Yeah. If we're looking at a defender, it's young for me.
Yeah.
But Alex Marshall has had an excellent game as well.
Yeah. Marshall may...
Probably the difference maker.
Yeah, Marshall may be the man of the match.
Yeah.
But the two Austins, Gawain and Rodolphe, Young and Myers, in defense for Portmore, have been almost perfect.
Yeah. Captain has been solid in the middle of the park as well, Siegel Knight.
Yeah.
Done a lot of the dirty work.
Especially in the first half. He was a lot more pivotal in his management of his midfield role in the first half than in the second.
A lot of his work isn't pretty, but it's effective. Austin as well. Not known for his silky passing out of the back, not Rudolph, but Gawain, his nephew.
Yeah.
But efficient, as you said, gets in the way, blocks, good in the air, and then he's booming clearances.
Yeah.
It's not pretty, but as you said, he blocks the lines. And Portmore just a few seconds away from doing the double. On Harbourview.
That's right. Two wins for Portmore, 3 wins for Harbourview in their last 7 meetings head-to-head. 2 drawn results as well. So a Portmore win tonight will level things off head-to-head in the last 7 meetings at 3-3 with 2 draws.
Yeah.
Is that Scott injured?
Or is it Marshall? I thought it was Marshall who was down. Yeah, I think it's Marshall. Actually see the principal there, the headmaster of Charlie Smith in the stands. I wonder if he was here for the previous game that showed some ex-Charlie Smith standouts and just decided to continue and enjoy the Premier League.
Yeah. Well, the 5 minutes added on for stoppage is now expiring, Chris, so we may have seen the last meaningful play of the game. And Portmore setting themselves up here for a win as they press for a playoff spot. 31 points they are now in the live table, level on points with Waterhouse. And there's a final whistle from Narissa Golson. Portmore winning by 1-0 over Harbour View on an Alex Marshall strike. An entertaining fixture, and Portmore now occupying a playoff spot on goal difference over Waterhouse. So, based on Portmore's recent record, the projection had been that they would surge into a playoff position. There's their 37-year-old experienced central defender, Rudolph Austin. Yeah, job well done. Led his defensive line superbly. And Alex Marshall ensured the 3 points with his strike from the rebound. So Harbourview's 7-game unbeaten run ends, and it's Portmore celebrating here with their coach, Philip Williams. 1-0 Portmore over Harbourview. Larissa Golson in charge here. Harbourview on the attack early. Wellington going for the header, but missing. Could have gone with a right-footed strike there, but went low for the header. Under pressure there from Gawain Austin, though, who was thereabouts. Header on goal there by Young. Stopped almost on the line by Jashawn Anglin. Harbourview going really, really close there to conceding a goal early. Another header over the top. Harbourview pressing forward early. Marshall sets something up here. Sees Lamar Walker. Gives him the lateral pass. Walker's left-footed strike is outstanding. Can't be held by Bennett. The rebound falls favorably to Alex Marshall, who finishes well for his 4th goal of the season. Alex Marshall, he played the pass to Walker and was there for the rebound. Well taken goal by Portmore. Harbourview will respond, and looking for the equalizer here. Colorado Murray whipping this one high over the crossbar. He had hurt his knee just a minute before this play. Don't know if that contributed to him not getting a proper shot off. Harbourview continued to press forward. Oh, Garth Stewart, the substitute, not getting a hold of that one well, and Benjamin Williams in the Portmore goal had a pretty easy take in the end. Portmore looking for more goals. Marshall, man of the match, turns with a right-footed strike but doesn't get the power off after receiving the pass from the St. Lucian Alvinus Myers. Bennett does really well in goal for Harbourview, and crashing onto the crossbar there, the headed effort from Gawain Austin, denied by the post, and here comes Marshall once more. Good skill by Marshall. His right-footed strike, though, high over the top. Garth Stewart with a header again here, but the ball just sliding off the side of his face, wide of the post. Harbourview missing the opportunity. Portmore winning 1-0 on the Alex Marshall strike. 14 shots attempted on goal by Harbourview, only 2 on target. Portmore 13 attempted on goal, 5 on target. There were 29 fouls in the match, 16 of them committed by Portmore players, 5 yellow cards, 3 of them for Harbourview players. 5 corners forced by Harbourview, 4 by Portmore, 2 saves each from the 2 goalkeepers, and it's Portmore that had more ball possession at 52%. But Portmore snapping Harbourview's 7-game unbeaten run and charging into a playoff spot now, the 7-time champions, Portmore United. 1-0 the scoreline.
Alex, another goal-scoring performance for you. How have you been enjoying your time back in the Jamaica Premier League?
I think things are coming together. Just have to keep working. I have a lot more stuff to work on. But today I helped my team to get the victory, and I'm happy for that.
And you look forward line for Portmore United, yourself, Lamar Walker coming into the lineup. How is the chemistry going there? I see the goals coming a little bit more often for you now.
I think we're finally, things are finally coming together. We're playing with each other. We think we know each other's strengths now, so we're playing off that and working together.
And how important is it for Portmore to get consistent results consistently now? Not many games to go in the season and now into a playoff spot. How do you assess the season? Do you think it's a situation where Portmore can really trouble the top?
I think things are coming together at the right time. Getting closer to playoff. We just have to keep on grinding out these games and getting good results. As you know, we've drawn a lot of games, so we just needed to work on the goal scoring part of it, and I think that's happening for us now.
The grinding has been going very well. Congrats on the victory. Congrats on your goal again. 4 on the season, Alex Marshall. All the best in the weeks to come.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Alex Marshall there, man of the match performance for Portmore United. The only goal in the encounter, as we saw earlier this season. Ludlow Bernard now comes into picture. Well, Ludlow, Portmore have done the double over here this season. It's a tough match. It was an entertaining match, but unfortunately you drew blank again.
Yeah, man, this is a tough one, and I mean, we knew exactly what we were going to be up against, and we pulled out as much tricks as possible from out of the box, but we failed to break them down. I thought that we got 2 very golden chances, could have made a difference from young Stewart, but that's the nature of the game. We slip up in one instance and we pay the price against a good defensive team.
Talk to me about the tactics. You took off the captain at one point to bring on an attacking player. Was that due to injury or just you trying one of your tricks?
That's another tactical move. We're trying to see if we can get as much more persons up front. And then what we notice is that some of the players that Dyer were getting in the wide areas, so figure that Staple could have served the ball them a little bit better. So we probably drew a number of cards, but we failed to come up with one. I think probably Stewart had scored that one would have looked good.
And a streak of 7 games unbeaten, now broken, but not a big concern for you?
It is a concern because I like momentum and I like the mood in the camp and everything, But the reaction that I'm getting right now is that the guys aren't all that despondent about it, and they're looking forward to the next game.
And always willing to try in new positions, as you said. A lot of different tactics attempted today, even though it didn't work.
Yes.
The players were accepting of that, and that's positive going forward.
Yes, man, definitely, and they are very much responsive to the instructions that we give, But again, congratulations to Portmore.
Ludlow, we'll see you again. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Ludlow Bernard, their head coach of Harbourview. The winning coach today, Philip Williams. Philip, well, you've done the double over Ludlow, and he's hailing you from the sidelines here. You must be really happy with how the Portmore team played and responded today.
Definitely. I mean, we played well in the first half. Good amount of quality. Second half, it drew up on our defensive strength, and I'm happy that the guys came through for me today.
Some of the coaching staff and maybe Alex Marshall were disappointed last time that he didn't get the man of the match award, but today consistent performances even in the defensive end, getting back, and then he got that vital goal. Things certainly coming together for him and your forward lining well in terms of the cohesiveness.
Definitely, we have dug ourselves in a hole, and ourselves can take us out of it. I mean, it's coming together nicely for us. I don't know if it's too late, but we'll keep on trying.
Into the playoff spots, another clean sheet for you as well. I know even at the high school level, you are very strict in terms of your defensive expectations, and your team delivering again with Rudolph Austin, man in the back line.
Definitely, I mean, our attacking players must feel comfortable going forward, and that comfort comes from our defensive strength, and today they stood up for us today.
All right, excellent performance. Congrats on the win, Philip. Get some rest.
Yeah, man, thanks
we'll see you again.
All right.
Yeah, winning coach Philip Williams there for Portmore United. and getting a well-deserved victory. Hard-fought game here against Harbourview, who you heard their coach Ludler Bernard said they pulled out for several tricks out of the bag, but none of them came up trumps there for him. So Portmore United getting the victory by 1-0, forcing themselves now into a top 6 position, but there are several games remaining for the regular season and the playoff spots are still up for grabs. Portmore 1, Harbourview 0, and that rounds up our coverage of Premier League football for tonight.